Thank you, Shabanaji. May I
As Shantanu mentioned, my name is Adit, and I am Smita's nephew. Her accolades and accomplishments are well known and well documented, so I'm going to talk to you about something that's much more personal and much more intimate. I spent the first 5 years of my life, the formative years of my childhood, with Smita, whom I affectionately called Mityama. We lived in Tardeo at the top of Forget Hill in a beautiful sun-drenched flat. I lived there with Ma, with Papa, and my Aunt Manya, and those were by far the happiest years of my childhood and my entire life. Mityama took me everywhere on shoots, oftentimes telling people I was her son. I even played her child in a few films, notably Tarang. So there I was, my first time on the silver screen, and what was I doing? Sleeping on her shoulders and probably drooling all over her blouse. The years I spent with her, in her arms, in her lap, on airplanes, in cars, on movie sets, and by her side, and in the sunlit veranda of our home in Tardeo, is when I first discovered, for the very first time, how it felt to be truly and deeply loved by somebody. The absolute affection that she bestowed upon me, along with Ma and Papa and my Aunt Manya, built the foundation on which 38 years of my life is built upon. Mityama radiated love like nobody else I have ever come across. I saw it in her eyes, and I felt it in her touch every time she wiped away my tears, every time she ran her hands through my hair as I drifted off to sleep each night. I'm blessed more than I could put into words to be loved in the way that she loved me. And it has made me the person that you see standing before you today. Mityama also never ever forgot who she was and where she came from. There was an instance that I remember with vivid clarity. We were shooting in a small village, and as the shoot wrapped, her Honda Accord was surrounded by hundreds of villagers who had somehow found out she was there. She could have pushed through the crowd and driven away, but instead, after a long day of work, she stood through the sunroof for hours, greeting people, touching their hands, smiling, and speaking to them. Instances like this and many others, I think, really set her apart and make her unique in an industry that's often filled with oversized egos and attitude.